in the Beginning by Dr. Walt Brown. Let's take a look at some of his qualifications. If I can zoom in on that, Dr. Walt Brown. Let's see here. Now you can read it. Let's see. Walt Brown received a PhD in mechanical engineering from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, where he was a National Science Foundation Fellow. He has taught college courses in physics, mathematics, and computer science. Brown is a retired Air Force full colonel, West Point graduate, and former Army Ranger and paratrooper. Assignments during his 21 years of military service included Director of Benet Laboratories, a major research, development, and engineering facility, tenured associate professor at the U.S. Air Force Academy, and chief of science and technology studies at the Air War College. For much of his life, Walt Brown was an evolutionist, but after years of study, he became convinced of the scientific validity of creation and a global flood. After retiring from the military, Dr. Brown was director of the Center for Scientific Creation and worked full-time in research, writing, and teaching on creation and the flood. His biography is included in Christian Men of Science, 11 Men Who Changed the World by Mulfinger Honoresco. This is Dr. Walt Brown, an amazing man. And as we try to honor him, we do that by trying to get this hydroplate theory into the next generation. Because if we don't get it into the next generation, all his incredible work will be just fade into history. And so we do not want that to happen. And I encourage you to get involved. I encourage you to go into hydroplate.org and sign up for the newsletter so you know what's happening. So hydroplate.org, sign up for the newsletter. We're gaining a lot of traction. We are doing the decentralized creation ministry. We aren't going to wait for the gatekeepers to tell us what to think. We want people to be able to think about flood models. You need to see two models if you want to think. Otherwise, you just memorize. And the evolutionists are really good at that with their museums. They only allow a blind chance dogma of the past. And I think as Christians, we should have a higher standard. If there's two theories, we should present them both fairly and let people think. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how science should be done, according to Dr. Thomas Chamberlain. And and I think it would be very interesting to compare the accurate predictions. That would be a lot of fun. So anyhow, that's Dr. Walt Brown. He did a tremendous work. I think of him as today's Isaac Newton. And all scientists work for Walt Brown, whether they know it or not, especially NASA. When they discover stuff, it fits hand in glove with the hydroplate theory. So thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoy the journey, learning more and more about this.